High in the Andes, where the clouds kiss the mountains, lived the Incas, one of history's greatest civilizations. And at the heart of their world shone a god whose light touched every corner of their empire. Inti, the sun god. Inti wasn't just any god. He was the giver of life, the one who warmed the fields and made crops grow. The Incas believed that their emperor Tisapa Inca was Inti's direct descendant, chosen to rule by the sun itself. Every year, the Incas celebrated Inti with the Inti Rami, or Festival of the Sun, to honor him and ensure the sun's return after the winter solstice. But Inti was more than just a deity. He wove himself into the lives of the Incas every day. From the way they farmed to the way they lived, Inti's influence was felt. To truly understand the Inca Empire, we must first understand Inti, the sun god. Now let's dive into the fascinating world of the Incas and explore how Inti, the sun god, shaped their civilization. During the height of the Inca Empire, around the 1400s, the Andes Mountains were home to a powerful and mysterious civilization. The Inca, ruling from their capital city of Cusco, which is located in the modern-day country of Peru. The Incas were known for their advanced architecture, complex road system, and deep connection to the natural world. But perhaps, most importantly, the Inca worshipped the sun god Inti, who was believed to be the father of the Inca people and the source of their power. The Inca believed that their emperor, Tisapa Inca, was a direct descendant of Inti and was chosen by the gods to rule over their empire. This belief gave the Sapa Inca immense power and authority, and he was seen as a divine leader who was responsible for the well-being of his people. The Incas' reverence for Inti led them to build impressive temples and shrines dedicated to the sun god. One of the most notable was the Coricancha, or Temple of the Sun, located in Cusco. The temple was constructed entirely of gold and silver, and its walls were covered with intricate carvings depicting scenes from Inca mythology. The temple's roof was also designed to resemble a mountain peak, which symbolized Inti's home in the heavens. Every year, the Inca celebrated Inti with a major festival known as the Inti Raymi, or Festival of the Sun. This festival took place during the winter solstice and was a celebration of Inti's return after months of darkness. During the festival, the Inca would offer sacrifices to the sun god and pray for his continued favor. They would also hold parades and processions, and the streets of Cusco would be decorated with flowers and colorful textiles. The Inti Raymi festival was one of the most important events in the Inca calendar, and was an opportunity for the empire as citizens to come together and honor their divine ruler. But the Incas' devotion to Inti went beyond grand festivals and impressive temples. It was woven into the fabric of their everyday lives. When the Inca awoke in the morning, they would greet the sun with a prayer or a song, thanking Inti for the gift of another day. Farmers would offer the first fruits of their harvest to the sun god, ensuring that Inti would continue to bless them with his warmth and light. Children were taught the myths and legends of Inti from a young age, and these stories became an integral part of their culture. The Inca believed that Inti had sent his children, Manco Siapak and Mama Aclo, to teach them how to live and prosper. These two figures were seen as the founders of the Inca civilization, and their legacy was celebrated through art, music, and storytelling. And speaking of legends, now it's time for one of my favorite parts of the show, the legendarium. Legends are stories that have been passed down through generations, and they often contain elements of myth, folklore, and local culture. Legends can be a great way to learn about a culture's beliefs, values, and traditions, because they often reflect the people's worldview and their understanding of the world around them. Plus, legends are usually super exciting and full of adventure, which makes them fun to listen to and share. Today I will share with you the legend of Manco Siapak and Mama Oclo, the children of the sun god Inti. The Inca believed that before they existed, the people in the Andes were living in a state of chaos and destruction. There was no order or peace, and the people were struggling to survive. Inti, the sun god, decided that it was time to send his children to help them. So he created Manco Siapak and Mama Oclo and sent them down from the heavens to the land of the Incas. When they arrived, the people were scared and confused, and they didn't know what to do. But Manco and Mama Oclo were kind and compassionate, and they taught the people how to plant crops, build homes, and live together in harmony. They also taught them about Inti and the importance of worshipping the sun. The people were grateful for the help that Manco Capac and Mama Aclo had given them, and they followed them wherever they went. As the legend goes, Manco Capac and Mama Aclo walked the land teaching the people and spreading the word of Inti. But eventually they came to a place where they knew they needed to stay. Manco raised his golden staff high above his head, and when it sank into the ground, he knew they had found the perfect place to establish their new civilization. This spot would become the sacred site of Cusco, which would later be the capital of the Inca Empire. After establishing Cusco, Manco Capac and Mama Aclo continued to travel around the land, spreading Inti's message and helping the people. They were seen as heroes and saints, and the Inca believed that they had brought order and prosperity to their world. And so the legend of Manco Capac and Mama Aclo became a central part of Inca mythology, and it was told and retold for generations. It is said that long after Manco Capac and Mama Aclo had finished their mission, their descendants continued to rule over the Inca people, and they were seen as the chosen representatives of Inti on earth. Inti was not only a god of the sky, but also a god of the earth. He was associated with fertility, agriculture, and the cycle of life and death. The Inca believed that Inti's rays brought warmth and light to the earth, which allowed plants to grow and animals to thrive. This belief was particularly important in the Andes Mountains, where the Inca lived, because the climate was harsh and unpredictable. The Inca built their homes and villages in the mountains, and they relied on Inti's power to sustain them. They developed innovative methods of farming on steep slopes, and they used terraces to create flat surfaces for planting crops. They also kept llamas and alpacas, which provided them with food, wool, and transportation. The Inca believed that Inti blessed them with these animals, and they treated them with respect and care. They also had a deep connection to Inti, because he was seen as the source of their power and wealth. Their reverence for Inti led them to build temples and shrines dedicated to the sun god, and they made offerings to him in the form of precious metals, textiles, and food. Hey there, quick reminder to subscribe so you don't miss out on more videos about amazing myths and legends from around the world. Now, back to the video. Despite the Inca's deep connection to the natural world and their reverence for Inti, their empire was eventually destroyed by the Spanish conquistadors. The Spanish were led by Francisco Pizarro, who captured and killed the Inca Emperor Atahualpa in 1532. The Spanish also destroyed many of the Inca's temples and shrines, and they suppressed the native religions. However, the Inca's reverence for Inti survived the Spanish conquest, and today, the festival of the sun, or Inti, or Remi, is celebrated in Peru every June. People from all over the world come together to honor Inti and to learn about the Inca's rich culture and traditions. In conclusion, the Inca's relationship with Inti, the sun god, was complex and multifaceted. He was a god of the sky, the earth, fertility, and power. The Inca believed that Inti was the source of their existence, and they honored him through festivals, temples, and daily rituals. Although the Inca Empire was destroyed by the Spanish conquistadors, the Inca's reverence for Inti survived and continues to inspire people today. Inti's legacy lives on in the hearts and minds of the Andean people, and he remains a symbol of life, energy, and unity. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the Inca's beliefs and traditions. If you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe so you never miss an adventure. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the world's mythology and folklore. Thanks for watching.